welcome back to the Sonic Lost World commentary for Last Minute Continue here. I am John Turbo Finley.
And I'm Kevin Evo, also known as AUK. Welcome back. We're going off to our second area. No prizes for guessing the theme of it.
Yep, it's Desert Ruins. As we just move on to this first zone, first act. I keep getting that confused.
Yeah. But first, a cutscene.
These animals are quite underwhelming.
Oh, shows Shaggy that bunny in it.
Yeah, that's gone through a lot, that poor thing.
We don't care about your disappointment, Master.
And there's lots of callbacks to bunnies. Bunnies in this, surprisingly. And yes, the conch shell, the mystical conch shell is the thing that is going to control the Zeti, the Deadly Six, as they are. Dr. Eggman, of course, voiced by the fantastic Mike Pollock.
Of course. And here is the first act. I'm just gonna call him Max now because I'm getting sick and tired of going.
Okay, yeah. It's an act.
Yeah, it's an act. And yeah, as you can see, obviously it's sprawling kind of like deserts with cacti balls with faces.
Yeah. Well, this is one of the things about this level is that we have motor bugs here, and we had those cacti, and those. I don't think those are actual robots. I think they're kind of sentient life forms.
Yeah.
Nothing has eyes like that and is a robot.
Yeah. Here we go. Here's one of the new Wisp power-ups that is available in both versions of the game, on the Wii U and 3DS, is Asteroid. And pretty much this ability allows you to suck up any kind of like matter that is suckable, I guess.
You basically turn it into a sort of a fine paste of just debris.
Yep, and of course, the more you suck in, the more powerful you become in, having more stuff inhaled. Yeah. And then you can also jump quite high and also hover with it as well.
It's almost like this is a combination of several of the previous Wisps that we had in colours. Because it's a little bit like Frenzy, and it's a little bit like Void, and it's which is the two purple coloured Wisps that we had in colours.
I think it's the better alternative, really.
And there's a little bit of hover in there as well. Also, this is one of the Wisps that, as we've just proved with you collecting that Wisp, it's one of the Wisps that you can actually chain. You can chain the Wisp effect together. It's a bit like Drill in that regard.
Yeah.
So you can keep this going and going and going, and you can even go for the dash rings. Wow.
Yep.
So yeah. Actually, it's kind of annoying to me that we haven't got anything on the screen about the score, because something like this would just scream some sort of score challenge or combo challenge to me.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if this was like colors, you'd be constantly seeing the color bonus, rapidly, going on the screen. But of course, this is the 3DS version. Not even on the Wii U version does it give you any indication of color bonuses at all.
Did they get? Oh, they got rid of good, great, awesome, outstanding, amazing. I'm upset now. That's brilliant. Anyway, so what do we have? Oh, hello. Well, we had a sandworm in the previous level, but that was a mechanized one. That looked rather organic.
Yes, very organic, that one. We will be seeing some later on, obviously, in this world, because that's one of the themes. Of course, I can make many references to actual sandworms that look very realistic, but don't want to make them in this commentary, because it's quite obvious.
Indeed. Wow. So I mean, this is one of the things, because this is still the world of the Zeti and the creatures that live there. So I mean, this is what we appear to have in this level, and that we've got some of the badniks
that obviously Eggman has created.
That Eggman's created from the animals. So here's some more motor bugs to get rid of them, some more buzz bombers. And goodbye to you. But yeah, so you have these resident creatures still, just around the place and getting in the way.
Yeah, just gives this world, this lost hex, its own flair, essentially.
Yeah.
Now,
so now we know where that purple stuff came from.
And of course, this worm is tied to that box there. So you're now, me and my infinite wisdom didn't know how to truly defeat this this thing. So this is me doing all kinds of kind of like methods, like one home. You know, obviously to stun it, obviously reveals its yellow ring on its belly. And then once that's exposed, obviously you have to do a homing attack. However, me not being a very patient person at the time, didn't know that you can, if you hold back for a while, those yellow yellow targeting reticules that you would normally see when you're targeting multiple characters can multiple target a single area on a bigger enemy, and that's what that's what I forgot to do. So so yeah, you guys see me just spend like 5 minutes trying to beat this thing with spin dashes, which is not the way of doing it.
Okay, but it's not the sort of, if you didn't know, you didn't know.
Yeah.
I mean, just to confirm again that this is an organic being. I mean, we saw it perspiring there, and that's not really the sort of thing that a robot does. It does beg the question though, with that yellow ring, is that just a particular yellow segment, or is it some kind of control ring? Because it is tied, the box is tied with the Asteroid Wisp in it, we could just see, is tied to the life force of this beast, and that's obviously something that Eggman has set up. So does that mean that those are control rings and it's actually something to just enslave it?
It's a good possibility, because when you do actually defeat a worm, it doesn't explode or anything like that. It just burrows back into the ground and it disappears. Yeah,
you defeat it as opposed to killing it.
Yeah. Now, of course, I was able to just cheese it and just carry on my merry way because I was getting bored trying to beat that thing. As we go into the next section of this act.
Lots of reminders here of previous desert stages. There's not been that many of them, but actually it looks probably most similar to Dust Hill Zone, which was an axe zone from Sonic 2. And see, last time we could run. This time I don't think we've got much choice in the issue, do we? Yes.
Similar, kind of like notions of you saying it's kind of like Dust Hill, the axed, kind of like Sonic 2 level. You could probably say that. I mean, although the kind of like there are kind of like interior kind of like levels in obviously these acts, and those are kind of remnants to Sandopolis, of course. I think that's what many people will automatically assume this is talking about is Sandopolis. This is a homage to that. But yeah, I'm just constantly being an idiot here.
Kick a worm in the face, do a little dance. Rinse and repeat.
Yeah.
There's only so much you can say about a worm sticking its face out of the ground.
Yeah.
But,
I just wish I had an item or something like that. There you go. I almost had it there. My patience, but of course I didn't notice the yellow targeting reticules there that made any impact. So
all you can really do is just keep hitting it then.
Yeah. I really wish I had a fast forward button here. Just say fast forward, fast forward. You suck, John. Pass, John. You suck.
Don't put yourself down.
What's it? I think this is the only worm that you have to deal with because there are obviously spoilers later on in this zone. There will be sections where you are constantly going up against multiple worms. This is me using my spin dash technique.
You're a bit unfortunate there because you kind of got stopped by the Earth ridge around it. You got stuck by the crater rim, and that resulted in getting hit. And spin dashing.
And there we go. That's
and he's dead.
Down.
Well, he's not dead. That's the thing. He's defeated.
Well, he just retreats.
A live creature, therefore it is, just defeated. But yes, the little cacti. Another extra life, very much like the dust ones.
Yeah. As you can also see with the turn of the sand as well, there are certain sections of the sand where you're obviously slowed down, and then there's obviously moving sand.
Yes, you can just about see some very helpful arrow-like grainings, which I'm guessing will become part of it later on. And so yeah, more buzz bombers. We even had a soul type. The robots there with the fire around it.
Oh yes, the Orbinauts. With
they were by the Orbinaut types.
And here we go. This is the best way of taking out those things.
You did kill it.
Yeah.
Murderer.
It's all for the greater good.
The worm's just defending its natural territory.
Now this one's a little different. This is a massive worm here. Obviously the camera angle doesn't help matters because I'm still.
Yeah, the camera angle tells you nothing.
Yeah, but
wow,
basically, as soon as I move forward a little bit more, you'll see a shadow there. Yep. And
guess what's coming underneath you?
Yeah, you have to burn it through this section. Of course, while you're in Asteroid, obviously it is a lot easier because Asteroid is quite fast. And of course, using the right trigger obviously makes you fast as well. So
gotta go fast.
Just keep moving. Okay, gotta go fast.
Gotta go fast because giant worm.
Yes. It's going to eat me.
Okay.
He's gonna have a Sonic sandwich. Now, of course, I'm trying to obviously get up here. Not doing quite well. Awesome job. Of course, the worm is coming from the wall.
Yeah.
Trying to eat me.
Everything made of sand, remember, kids? So, yeah. Well, I like the very obvious, triggers that are that just switch it from one to another.
This is me, obviously.
If you go to this part, it will switch to here.
Yeah. And
there's a red ring.
Trying to get that red.
Oh Jesus!
Oh, that's
gonna hurt all the way down. All the way down. Ow! 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 Ow!
But yeah, this obviously this is my obviously not mastering the controls of the game, including the parkour stuff. Like I'm trying to get up there.
Well, there shouldn't be a reason why you can't get up there. That's the thing. This worm's really pissed off with you. Did you spill its pint or something? Because
yeah, I think I spilled its grape juice. That's why that's why it spews it at me, or it's not spewing at me at this time because obviously I spilled all its
It's more content with sort of headbutting you.
Yeah.
Giving you the old Glasgow kiss.
But yeah, we're slowly getting up this section.
Well,
obviously once we get there. Oh, very close. Epic maneuvering.
Oh, that was close. Well, you know how people said they wanted platforming back in Sonic? Well,
there you go.
There you go.
So we're back. So we're up here, and now we're gonna try to take out the worm with Asteroid. And
so we got
the bigger Asteroid is, the more stronger it can be to take out the worm. But of course, if you're underneath, if you're on the shadow and it comes out, and
Wow,
it's quite
you're
fast
not getting
as well.
much. You're not exactly getting much in the way of warning on that, are you?
No. But eventually, I took it out and
Yay!
head on to the
Nicely
end.
done. And then ran straight into a tornado and
I
died.
lost a life.
Ah, that just
I'm such an
sucks.
idiot. But yeah, obviously Asteroid is very powerful when going up against big enemies. Once you can earn enough enemies and whatnot. There you go.
There you go. You got him. Everything else.
This is me trying to get into the... Or still being Asteroid, thinking that, oh, there's got to be something more after
Yeah,
I
I'll
go
take
through
out
that.
everybody. No, you should just go stand on top of that switch. Asteroid looking suspiciously like one of those like Saturn space hoppers you used to get.
Yeah.
Jump up and down. Also, it's one of the wisps that you really get a chance to clearly see the wisp with Sonic. The combination of Sonic in the wisp effect, which with colours you didn't really get much of a chance with most of the wisps,
No.
because they all have specific graphical representations. And here onto the second act, looking somewhat traditional in terms of Sonic to begin with.
Yep, 2D. And it is all in this kind of like temple area here.
Yep, there's those souls. Again, these are more of the traditional soul orbinauts.
Of course, switch-based puzzle elements for these platforms. So obviously.
Oh, good. We wanted more of those back in the game.
Of course, we also got more obstacles as well. These rolling ball heads, as such, which will be used later on in the stage. Speed.
Soldier sitting that doesn't care.
Yeah,
I've always loved the general eyes on those badniks, because they just don't give a damn.
yeah, it's like, I'm on fire, and if you try to home attack me, I'm going to burn your ass.
I'm gonna kill you so bad.
But anyway, with me now got a flame shield, obviously I'm gonna be all better now. And this is me trying to go back for that red ring now.
Yeah,
I just saw. Because I'm thinking, oh, I might as well, it's in a really easy place.
Yes.
So there we go.
Well done, Sonic Team, for allowing us to go back and getting that, actually, because it's the sort of thing that they would know.
Yeah, they tend to have a problem where they have red rings in places that...
a one-shot.
yeah, one-shot places, yeah. Now in this one, obviously, I basically have to let the ball roll onto the switch and not destroy it, obviously. And so I have to stun it, and then,
clever use of the stun.
or the flash kick.
Flash kick. Sonic is guile in this game. Sonic's music goes with anything.
Yeah, it does. It should do. Yeah, and I missed that red ring there because I wasn't fast enough to get up those thing, because they automatically close off after I get there. And again, this is puzzle heavy with switches and rolling heads and whatnot. So you have to be, like in this case, obviously you have to be fast to get past it. And it can be a maze, and of course, as you can see, there's some red rings in various areas, like in the ground. So
In the ground?
Yeah.
That sounds like we might need to, somehow get through the ground in some way then.
with a certain power-up that has a really impressive beat.
Yep, it's the return of Cube. Oh, seriously, that means we have a drill wisp around somewhere.
Though sadly, I could not find one myself, so...
Maybe it's one of those ones where you really... Because they had this in colours, I think, on just like only a couple of occasions where it was one you got to do very specific things. You could get a wisp or to go back or hold on to it for a very long time without using it. So perhaps that was the case here. So no, we do have a... So there is the pipe there, which I'm guessing is connected to the pipe that we saw during that that would-be drill section.
Yeah. And of course, this one's again another puzzle where you have to lead this ball through those sections, through this section here, get it to come through, and then get it to stay on the button there, which I failed to do. I can get some rings on the other side and lose them all. I do get myself hit a lot, many times over. And of course, my timing is way off. Come on, past me. There we go.
Teleportation, yeah.
On the last kind of like stretch in this act. So
Indeed, we can see on the bottom screen, or in the final quarter at least.
And even though it looks like I'm going in circles, there is a reason. There we go. There we go. Yeah, I forget that I can stun certain enemies and their abilities might change. So yeah, of course, if you people are obviously gonna be watching these parts, do leave a comment of asking any kind of like questions about Sonic Lost World. Because it's worth questioning about what differences that I like or dislike.
Speaking of music, well, as I was earlier, we now have an invincibility theme, which is now the melody from Sonic Heroes.
Yeah.
When did that happen?
In this game.
Okay. Okay. That's apparently it now, is it? Okay. Fine. We'll go with that.
But just roll with it.
Slightly curious actually, because Sonic Heroes was not a Tiny sound. So.
Yeah, well, I'm sure there's going to be a kind of like a reasoning for that as we get closer to the end.
just set it off again.
Yeah, gotta have that invincibility, man. It's power. Of course, these rooms where obviously you have to find all the badniks to open up the section to take you to the end. And this is obviously the last room before that, so this would be, of course, having difficulty trying to get up the walls, because you need to have a decent amount of speed in order to run up
to get the speed to be able to do the wall.
That's the only drawback with 3DS versions, that you can't just simply hold down the R button on a wall and then you instantly run up on it. You have to take your time.
You saw there the yellow ball destroying a spinner Or a bladed spinner.
And there we go. That's the end of the level there.
There we go.
We can do a little better.
Stop criticizing me, Sonic! And wouldn't you know it, we got another chance at another Chaos Emerald. Now, if you saw the first part, people...
Sonic really didn't have much of a choice there. It was kind of the portal open on his face.
Now, of course, if you saw the first part, yeah, it's got to be the exact same. So it's got to be quite painful to watch.
But there's an electric charge there, which I'm guessing is the equivalent of mines in this.
Actually, no. Actually, when I first encountered it, yes, I did, you know, not engage with it. What it is actually is that it kind of helps you. I don't know what it exactly does. I thought it would because in later special stages you could get electrocuted by electrified barriers and whatnot. But those things don't actually help you against those things. So don't know what their true purpose is. I think they kind of like give you the ability when you normally would have to get 5 orbs of the same color to get that extra aura that I mentioned in the last part.
Yeah, I was going to say as well, because obviously just then you got the 5 in a row, but you had 5 previously, but not the same color.
Yeah.
So that is the key, and I'm guessing that comes into play later on as well. It's become more and more significant having the aura, or the order in which you collect the available spheres. Oh, good, 75.
Yep.
Woohoo!
It's just so wonderful with their challenge to do that. Like I said, obviously, I make it look hard, but really, in all honesty, if you are not connected to anything, like a charger or anything like that, you can easily do this by just standing up. Although it kind of defeats the purpose of a handheld title, because obviously with handheld games, you're supposed to be, you can sit around and you can travel with it. But with these special stages, you can't really do that on the go. Especially if you're seated on a train or a bus or whatever, you can't play these. You can't play these special stages while sitting down. You have to be standing up. It is mandatory.
Wow.
Because the gyro controls does not allow you to do that whatsoever.
The sphere of influence comes in very handy.
Yeah. Just trying to get those last 2 there, and then onto the last section.
Yay!
Now, of course, I start at the end of where I'm supposed to end instead of begin, but and then I think, oh, I can go through it. No, they just send me back, which doesn't help.
You are not allowed.
You cannot. You cannot come
shall not pass.
It's more of a case of a one-way sign.
Yeah.
It's like you can only go one way. You're going the wrong way, so I have to go all the way this way.
We do have a plus 15 seconds though, which will help.
Help a bit, and of course, go for the wrong set of colors first. There's another time box there, which will help me a bit.
40 seconds left.
And like I said, obviously, you just pretty much collecting orbs. Color does not matter, except for when you want to have that extra aura around you to be able to do that. And of course, I'm kind of very close with these last 10 orbs that I need to obtain. And like I said, once you gain all that last set, everything disappears and you just
power!
Power! to the emerald.
Yeah. D
Yes.
rank, don't give a damn. We've got the emerald. Thank you very much indeed.
Yeah. And of course, at that time, I was kind of like, oh, jeez. So yes, on to the next zone. And
Random question. What's that? I can see we've got on the lower screen. There's a suitcase.
yes, that is the suitcase where if you want to junction any items or whatnot that you've obtained, like RC vehicles and items like the fire shield and whatnot.
You literally can take it with you. And as I predicted, we have a puzzle
Or a kind of like a
pattern
gauntlet
area
run.
with
Yeah.
these automated sand routes.
And this is obviously when you see an open portal like that, it just takes you back to the start. And this is me going, what the hell?
Because there's 4.
Yeah, so obviously enemies are tied to those, capsule. I'm gonna say capsules, or enemy capsules, or something like that.
Yeah, they're the protected bonuses.
Yeah.
And we've got more spinners to deal with, I saw.
Although those spinners, I believe, are regenerative, I think. So they come back eventually.
You won't just make some more.
Yeah.
And we've got more worms, yay!
Oh.
More bloody worms.
And again, I still haven't learned the proper technique of taking them out, so I'm being an idiot. But yeah. I wish I had Asteroid here.
Maybe if you just
I took it out eventually. So,
I was gonna say maybe if you just yell Asteroid, it will just run away in terror.
So, fear my asteroids! It was like, oh no!
Asteroid!
Going a little Bane in there. It's just,
Strawberry.
and
Okay.
Of course, you saw a capsule there that was obviously blanked out. Obviously, that is got a holster a wisp that we have not yet encountered yet in the game. So, so there will be more wisps. And yes, I'm
How did you not go down there?
parkour. Is it? Parkour. It works. Honest.
Another spinner, and that's gone.
Yep. And then onto this last section, hopefully. Yep. These enemies here, this ball puzzle here. And it's just a slow, tedious way of just getting them to go that way, and it's still not on it, as I haven't noticed yet. So. Take my
Well,
time.
at least doesn't involve ESP and getting it down in specific holes.
True.
Because God alone, we needed less of that. So,
But yeah, I got enough enemies to get extra life. But however, a red ring is trapped in one of those, and I couldn't be bothered to get it. Now this section was kind of annoying. Because at the end there is something with, death laser beams coming out of its eyes. So
it's a weird place. Yeah, it's firing its lasers.
yes, and then getting knocked back. I hate knockback. And
very clever use of the wall running.
yep.
What the heck is that? It looks like Ganondorf, but made in Minecraft.
Possibly. I was kind of like thinking of you know that show Jungle Run.
Oh yes.
Yeah, kind of reminds me of that.
Maybe if you put some tokens in the god's mouth.
Although it's not monkey, sadly. But yes, here's a really annoying section. Obviously, again, me not knowing the correct way of defeating these things. There's actually 3 of these worms in this area. That are tied to it.
One isn't enough.
Yeah, so
hit 3.
Yeah, that's
one. Like the one that sort of just shook its head there as if it's like, oh, why am I in this?
It's like, why do I have to deal with this Scots person? Honestly,
I just wanted to go out and get some shopping. You know.
Is it bad for me to go and try to get my spices from the local marquee? Honestly.
Yeah. You know, this. Where else can you get coriander on a Sunday? Come on, this is. Anyway, a buzzer, a random singular buzz bomber.
That buzz bomber was patrolling the capsule.
Yeah. That's just like on its own.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, Dr. Eggman just had me on this job. Sucks.
He made the scene at the office party and got demoted to that role.
Of course, once we take care of all these worms, that'll open up the road above, not ahead, but above.
Yeah, you can see that there is a specific ceiling to this area 3.
Now, of course, even though I do call them acts and whatnot, but the length of these kind of like acts can indicate that they're like full-on zones, so that's why they probably call them zones, because it does take a long time to get through some of these levels first time. Granted, not Sonic Unleashed levels, but still long enough, especially for a handheld game. And now it's blowing just hot air at you. It's just kind of mildly annoying. Down there.
Actually, one thing I wanted to say again about the clock. This is unusual for a Sonic game because we've got the clock counting down from the time limit.
Yeah.
As opposed to, well, tell you how long it's been. It's like it really is how much time you have left. And obviously you've not been troubled on this one, but.
Yeah, I mean, I think in every level you're given 20 minutes, I believe. It's either 15 or 20 minutes, but yeah. Anyway, more story exposition. And this is Dr. Eggman's major, kind of like way of ruling the world this time around. He's literally sucking the planet dry.
Last few games become very obsessed with sucking the energy out of things. How does a robot inhale liquids?
Yes, that does raise a lot of questions.
Yeah.
Sega logic, I guess.
Oh, why did you stop? And why is the thing still not spraying you? Because it's in there and detached.
Yeah. Again, Sega logic.
Yeah.
We have Nintendo logic, now we have Sega logic.
But as we saw there, Eggman saying, no, this is a bad thing and we shouldn't be using this machine. But Zavok appears has other ideas. And meanwhile, we have another one of the Deadly Six. This is Zom-Om.
Very, very smart for a big guy.
Yes. He knows kung fu.
Don't talk with your mouth full.
Now, also an indication on this cutscene is that this is our first introduction to him on the 3DS. However, he's actually introduced a little sooner on the Wii U. For obvious reasons, because they had to cut out a couple of cutscenes from the console version for the handheld version for space. Yeah. But anyway, yes. Funnily enough, the game was generous enough to give me an indication of where I should attack.
Yeah, it's like, hint, you need to do... You're not smart enough to figure this out for yourself. Anyway,
I've got Asteroid in this boss fight, which can be very handy if I pick up all these kind of like blocks that are on this level. I can use them to become stronger and then attack the enemy from behind.
Attack the giant head.
Yep, and that, obviously
you would have dealt it damage.
Yeah, and of course on the bottom screen is a health bar for the boss, which is a great indication to help you,
Even I do like that even the icon indicating someone is holding
the meat.
He's holding some meat. Even the icon couldn't go without food.
I gotta go. It's dinner time.
No, it's not. It's lunch.
Also, Sega not bothering to sync up the lips for
Of
the
course.
English on the in-game battle dialogue was kind of.
And that Asteroid really wants to get some attention. He's like, "Hey, look at me, Sonic! Look!
Look!
And look, you got an S! Woohoo!
Good S! Hey!
Listen!
You can take me with you? Oh, hello. Disappointed Eggman.
Yes. In fact, this is a cutscene that was revealed at Summer's. No, not Summer Sonic. Sonic Boom of this year.
Yeah.
I think.
And still, we have the other Deadly Six in the background.
Blacked out.
Blacked out
or shadowed out.
Silhouettes But no, Sonic's gonna go and do something without
Carelessness.
Tails going, no, wait.
Yeah. Sonic is so impatient, just like myself.
Whatever. When is it a mistake to take your toys away?
When it's the only thing keeping 6 angry Zeti from controlling my mechs.
You fool! You doomed us all!
Yeah, this is a bad thing.
About face and fire. So much destruction. Just by that row, those 2 rows of badniks. And in the carnage, Cubot is now pirate again.
Cubot's loses his body, his voice chip is damaged again. Also, and the Eggmobile goes down. The moustache!
Yeah!
Not the moustache!
Eggman's definitely getting hammered.
No!
And Tails taking the beating as well.
Yeah, Tails takes a hit, and Eggman's moustache takes a proper hit. Orbot loses body completely.
Yeah.
Cubot, sorry.
Yeah, this place, this is all carnage. This is anarchy right here.
Oh, Eggman's running's bloody awesome.
Run away!
It's flailing and running together.
And that is it for Desert Ruins. When we come back next time, we will go to Tropical Coast. Yes, Tropical Coast. That's what it is.
Excellent. Okay. Right. Tune in next time for that, guys. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more videos, and of course be up to date on more parts for Sonic Lost World. Have a check on these other Let's Plays too, which were done by Turbo, and some classic Sega ones in there. And we'll be back very soon. Bye for now.
Take care.